There are many great organisations who have contributed enormously to the retail growth in Dubai over the past 2 decades in particular. Apparel Group is one of them, a global fashion and lifestyle retail conglomerate based out of Dubai with almost 2,000 stores in 14 countries representing over 75 brands including Tim Hortons, Tommy Hilfiger and Aldo. In this episode, Apparel Group Chairman Nilesh Ved tells us how the group is run, why retailers need to innovate and how Dubai has enabled the company to grow. Welcome to Dubai Works, a business podcast about the innovators, the products, the services and trending topics. Lovin Dubai's take on the business stories that matter. My name is Richard Fitzgerald. I'm the founder of Augustus Media, publishers of Lovin Dubai, Lovin Saudi and Smashy TV. Each week we'll be interviewing the dynamic business leaders of Dubai. Nilesh, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining the Dubai Works Business Podcast.
Thank you for coming here.
So we're in the Apparel Group headquarters, quite a sizable office, and can you explain the company and the kind of tradition and how you operate at the moment?
So as a company, we are a large retail group. We have several brands that we do business with. We especially bring brands from the West into the Gulf region, and we run and operate all our retail stores.
Okay.
That was our business model to say, because when I started the business, especially the Western brands didn't want to come to the Gulf region. It wasn't on their agenda to go international, and we pushed them to go international.
What were the barriers? Why wouldn't they? Is it to do with emerging markets? Is it many of them would like to expand, but why wouldn't they look here?
But there are a few barriers, right? One of them, those days was that you need a local partner, a local sponsor, or to do business in the Gulf region. Right? Even today in the retail business, you still have that obstacle of getting a local partner to do that. Number one. Number two, the size of the market was small. Right? It wasn't a sizable market when they looked at Europe or they looked at other markets like China or India, and that's the reason they didn't want to go into this marketplace.
Interesting. And your business is a family business that's over 100 years old. Is that correct, or how is it kind of?
So my family business is gold bullion,
okay,
textile, traditional businesses. My wife started this business of Apparel Group, okay, and I joined her after a few months. So the family business is very different than what I do.
Excellent. Okay.
So this is a business that is owned by my wife and me.
Yeah, okay. So it's largely focused on retail, and you're growing to over 2,000 stores. Are they, what region, what space are we talking about?
So we are today in 14 countries. We are in the Gulf states, we're in India, we're in Southeast Asia, we're also in South Africa, we have a joint venture in Egypt, and we're looking at growing to the other markets. Today we run close to 1,800 stores, and there's still room for growth in the business.
Okay, amazing. So you operate all those stores from here,
yeah,
and their own stores, they're branded stores?
Yes. So if you go to a shopping mall like, let's say Dubai Mall or Mall of the Emirates, when you see the Aldo store, when you see a Skechers stores or Tommy Hilfiger, those are our stores, right?
Yeah, interesting. And so just talk about kind of two areas in the retail space, macro kind of challenges. There's a lot of talk about kind of online e-commerce space, easing into the sales in bricks and mortar. Where do you sit on that? Do you think it's an easy comparison to say money is going online, or are there other factors at play?
So the problem is that most of the retailers that we see who are closing stores is because they have made retail boring. If you're not giving an experience to a customer who's coming to the retail, then it is the fault of the retailer, right? Number one. Number two, the customer is getting younger and younger every day. Number three, he or she has all information on her iPhone. Anything and everything that she needs is on her iPhone, right? So if you can't be bringing old product in and charging 30% more and trying to sell to the customer today here, that's the fault of the retailer, right? Online is another channel of doing business, right? That doesn't mean that retail is dying. Today, online in the Gulf region is less than 1%. Right? Everybody says, oh, online is flying. Yes, it's going to double, but still 2%. It's going to double again. It'll be 4%. Still 96% is being done by brick and mortar stores. We're not saying that we're going to ignore it, But at the same time, brick and mortar is still very important to build a brand, to understand you can have direct contact with the customer. The customer who's going online wants to feel comfortable that I can go and change or exchange at the stores, right? And knows a brand. How do you build a brand just online or offline?
What sort of things are you doing to make it less boring, to enhance the shopping experience?
I mean, today omni-channel is very important. You buy in the store, and I mean, even if you don't have the size, we can bring it to you right away. Number one. Number two, our loyalty program, which is cardless, called Club Apparel, very important. Right. Number three, the experience that we give to customers to explain to them what are the benefits of the product that we have. Number four, making sure that the people understand what looks good on them is important.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
And the brand partnerships and the relationships you have, they're with parent groups, or they're with individual fashion labels in different markets?
So mainly parent groups, so large groups that we partner with to bring them here.
And top line, how does that model work? Is it a joint venture? Is it a franchise?
It's a master license agreement that we have the license to operate and run them here.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a joint venture.
Okay.
Right? It's a license agreement.
Okay. And how long ago did you have those agreements for? And how do you see that kind of business evolving in the future?
The agreements are between 5 to 20 years. It depends on the brand. And they're renewable because when you have a lease agreement which is 7 years and the license agreement which is 5 years, doesn't make sense to sign the lease at 7 years. But they are renewable large agreement. I mean, 5 to 20 years is an average. Average is 10 years of an agreement life. But the idea of doing those agreements is when you want to invest and build the brands, like let's say in Aldo, I mean, we had to do a lot of marketing to build this brand. Or let's say a Tim Hortons, no one knew Tim Hortons, and other than the Canadians living in this in the area, but we had to bring that brands here, market them, build them, and then go for it. Right? Today we run 140 Tim Hortons.
Wow, so it's almost building it from scratch as well, because it wasn't originally in the market. And is that sort of a sense of ownership, and do you feel part of the kind of global group at some points?
100%. I mean, if you look at it, we really got attraction from the brands is when some of our stores became number one stores in the world, sales per square feet. So let's say a store in Dubai Mall for Aldo or a Skechers, they would beat Fifth Avenue, they would beat Times Square sales per square feet. Tommy Hilfiger probably beat global average globally in sales per square feet. Amazing. That's the time people started recognizing there's a retail market in the Gulf states or Dubai.
Yeah, amazing.
And pay attention to this retail market, which is very important.
And that would give you more leverage then once you have these kind of case studies and success stories that you can grow and expand further.
That's right. I mean, if once you get the business model right, you're able to scale it up.
How much do global brands, shifting topic a bit, rely on partners such as Apparel Group for this region? If they're not here on the ground, is it easier for them to pull out? What sort of kind of benefits do you offer them?
I mean, all global brands who are in the region are with a partner. All of them.
Is that changing?
It is changing. The law is going to change. But it's very difficult to sit in California and make a decision in what location to take in Riyadh. How much market knowledge do you have about that market? And that's what we have. We understand our real estate, which malls to go to, which not to go to. We understand our customer very well. We understand our marketing very well. And what do we offer them? They have zero investment. We are taking all the risk. We are opening the stores. We are doing the capex. The inventory is ours. They only have the upside.
Yeah,
they only have the upside.
Yeah.
Right? And what we guarantee them is we make sure that we will build the brand instead of destroying a brand.
Interesting. Just talking about Dubai and the role it's played in how the Apparel Group has grown, how crucial do you think the kind of business landscape here has been to facilitate the growth and the partners that you have?
We do business in several countries, and I say Dubai, especially from a point of view of saying that how much Dubai helps a businessman, right? First of all, the thought process, the mindset of people say, think outside the box. In Dubai, we don't have a box, right? So you can think as much as you want. To the support that the government gives for encouraging people to do business. Number 3, I haven't seen a single government employee come to our offices here to ask us for something. In major countries that we work with, there's always
There's
regulations and red tape, and right here is only government who says, don't come to us, go and do everything on your mobile, do everything online, and we open 24 hours for business. And Dubai government's mindset of, if it's good for business, it's good for Dubai, is really happening. And honestly, this is the only area where I can tell you that the government is working harder than the private sector. There are very few countries we can say that to.
So is being based in Dubai and the headquarters for these 14 countries key to your success?
100%. We would not be where we are if this wasn't for the support that we get from Dubai.
Amazing. You mentioned your wife had set up the business. She's also very involved philanthropically. Can you tell, and a spokesperson for female empowerment, can you give an example of what she does and how she kind of takes that position of the company and puts it out there?
So she's very good at what she does, especially on the CSR part of it. We are part of Global Gift Challenge. We are part of Dubai Autism. We are part of Jalila Foundation. So there are several things that we do. Not only that, we went into a school in Dubai. I mean, she and her team and everybody, we went to the school in Dubai and built a complete playground for them overnight.
Wow.
Right? So these are important things when you're part of the community, to be really part of it.
Yeah.
It's the easiest thing to do is write a check. Right? All of us, I mean, with grace of God, we're able to write a check and say, here's for charity. But to get involved from the team point of view is important. Right? Number 2 is she takes care of the soft side of the company, be it the HR and the marketing side of the company. I'm a numbers guy, right? So for the soft skills, she comes in.
Yeah, so it's a good partnership.
That's right.
And it's amazing to run the business together as a husband and wife.
For us to accept them is important, right? And these are kind of things which matter a lot to us.
Interesting. And that's a great note to end it on. I can feel that it's an exciting and a great company to work for. Thank you, Neeraj, for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it. Thank you.